bracket play, 12U bracket play for in the Publix Park Palooza tournament here in Panama City Beach, Florida. So glad to have you aboard. I'm Doc. I'll be your commentator throughout this game and throughout the day. We're going to be covering all 12U bracket play all the way through the championship. So make sure you stick around and check us out throughout the day as we bring you the very best in youth baseball. Bracket play, 12U bracket play. All right. So, bear with me one second. We're going to go through the lineups in just a minute. So the two teams, this matchup is the Canes Florida Panhandle versus NWF Tropics. Canes Florida Panhandle had the higher seed, so they will be the home team in this one. So, so just make sure that you check us out throughout this day. 1 second, folks. Sorry, I'm just making sure I got a couple things covered, so I bring you the very best today in this first game and the following 4 games. So we got 4 games on tap for 12U bracket play. Following this one will be the first semifinal game. And then the winner of this one will go into the second semifinal game against the Mavericks. Let me tell you 1 second. So the next game coming up is going to be Impact Sports and Florida Ice. Impact Sports will be the home team in that one. And then the winner of this one, like I said, we're going to play the Panama City Mavericks. And then the winner of those 2 semifinal games will win the championship. Slated to start at 2:15 this afternoon. So this is our first game coming up here at 9 o'clock. And again, so glad to have you aboard. If you haven't yet, please make sure you like, share, subscribe. And if you're on Facebook, like, follow, and share. That helps our channels grow to help us get sponsors and advertisers so we can enhance the experience for you, the fans, and these players. Also, you can go back and watch this as much as you want after the live stream's over. YouTube may take a little bit to process it once the live stream's done, but it will be up there. It'll be up there for as long as you want to go back and keep watching the games. So, again, thank you so much for joining us here today for this broadcast and the 12U bracket play. All right, so the plate meeting's over, about to get started here. Tropics will be the visitors, so they will be batting first. So let's go through that lineup very quickly. Leading off is going to be Carter. He'll be playing third base. Then Logan. Isaiah playing second base. Cam, he'll be on the mound. Colton will be behind the plate. Bentley in center field. Chase in right field. Justin at first base. Hampton at shortstop. And Barrett in left field. Defensively for the Canes, Carter's going to be in center field. Russ will be at shortstop. Josh behind the plate. Eli on second base. Case on the mound today for the Canes. Nash in right field. Bradley at third base. JC at first base, Connor in left field, and then they will have 2 extra hitters, which we'll call out when we get to their lineup. But that's your defensive set to start this one. So yesterday saw 7 games of pool play. Started out with 2 games of 10U, moved over to 11U game. Got started a little bit late on that one because some of the 10U action went a little bit over. And then we moved over to 8U and covered 4 8U games. So make sure you go back and check those out. And also, let us know how we can improve. Love to enhance the experience and make sure that you, the fans, are enjoying this as we continue to expand our coverage through different venues and different cities throughout the Southeast. So I also like to thank USSSA for putting on this tournament and the tireless efforts of Matt Grant for pulling it off. And making sure that this quality tournament took place. The fields are absolutely beautiful. That is a Hyatt Homewoods by Hilton in the background there. As you see, that big gray building is a huge hotel. The complex is all the field is turf, except for home plate. It is not turf, but everything else is turf. Also, the scenery around here is beautiful. We're sitting right in the middle of a pine tree forest. And as you can see, not a cloud in the sky. Temperatures in the mid-60s. Perfect day for baseball. And so excited to get it underway here. As warm-ups continue for the Canes. Again, that is Case on the mound, and behind the dish is going to be Josh. So with that, I'll also just let you know will be going mute between innings. So if there is, if you hear silence, it's because I'm trying to avoid what you're hearing in the background right now in case it is copyrighted in any way, and YouTube or Facebook could block that portion of the video. Because right now we're viewed across the globe. We have our friends in Taiwan that watch. Literally, we're being watched all over the globe. So just so glad to bring you the best in youth baseball here in Florida. Josh is approaching the plate, and we'll get underway here just momentarily. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. It used to be Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network, but now it's just the USSSA Sports Network. And I'll be right back in just a moment. All right, folks, here we go. First pitch is about to be delivered by Case into Carter for the Tropics. And this game's underway. Ball one high to Carter. Second pitch, pop fly in the left field. Left fielder coming in, makes the catch. And that is one away. All right, so here we go. Logan steps in. One down, nobody on. Just getting underway here in the top of the first inning. And the pitch. It's a ball up, and it's 1-0. And the pitch by Case. That gets away from Josh. And it's 2-0 now to Logan. So we did cover some of the same teams when we were in Destin, Florida a couple weeks ago at the Morgan Sports Complex. Beautiful area. And the pitch by Case. Pop fly, foul, out of play behind us here. And it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Nobody on. And the pitch by Case, just a bit outside, and that's 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch. Called strike, and it's now 3-2. So full count. As Case has worked it back. Case gets a sign, delivers the payoff pitch. Called strike 3, and that is 2 outs. That brings in Isaiah. Cam on deck with 2 down. Again, we're here in the top of the first inning. Ball just a little bit up. And the pitch. Ball low and outside. 2-0. And it's 3-0. So Case has fallen behind every single batter. The last 2 reached 3 balls. Let's see what he does here. Line shot to third. Nice! Just pops out of the glove of the third baseman, and that allows Isaiah to get on. And so runners on base with 2 outs. That brings Cam to the plate. Cam is the pitcher for Tropics. Colton on deck. It's one of those catches, balls coming right at you, and you feel like it's an easy catch, and you kind of take your eye off of it for a second, and it gets away from you. All right, so Isaiah on first. There's the first pitch to Cam from Case. Ball low. Nice stop by Josh. Isaiah stays at first. And there goes Isaiah. There's a shot into left field. Left fielder's there. Makes the catch. Just about over his head. But nice job out there. And that will end the inning. So no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left. At the end of a half inning, Tropics 0, Canes coming to bat. Coming to bat for the Canes is Carter, Russell, and Josh. I'll go through the rest of the lineup when we come back. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay, with the USSA Sports Network. All right, folks, we're back. All right, so we'll go through the lineup real quick. Carter, followed by Russell, Josh, Eli, Case, Nash, Bradley, JC, Connor, Max, and Maddox. So stepping into the batter's box is going to be Carter. Coincidentally, that's the same name that started things off for the Tropics. Again, on the mound for the Tropics is Cam, and behind the plate is Colton. Defensively for the Tropics, real quick, I think I said it earlier, but Carter's at third, Isaiah at second, Cam pitching. Behind the plate is Colton. Center field is Bentley. Right field's Chase. First base is Justin. Shortstop is Hampton. And left field is Barrett. That is the defensive set currently for the Tropics. All right, so about to get underway here. Bottom of the first inning. And here's the first pitch. Ball just a little bit up. And the bottom of the first is underway. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Call strike two. And it's a 1-2 count now to Carter. It's a 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch. Just misses off the corner of the plate there. Makes it 2-2. And the 2-2 delivery. Pop foul out of play behind us. And we'll do 2-2 again. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of the first inning. Just getting underway. Cam on the mound. Colton behind the plate. There's ball 3. Now Carter's worked it back to a full count here.
Come on, let's win it now. Let's go.
There's a drop third strike. And Carter's on. So it brings in Russell. Josh on deck. Carter down at first. Called strike. And it's an 0-1 count to Russell. Cam, oh, they get Carter at first. Nice job by Cam. He's in a rundown. Ball bounces away. Here's the throw to second. And they get him! Wow, what a recovery by Cam over there at first base to pick it up real quick and get Carter at second base. So it ended up being a pitcher to second baseman on that one. So 1 down, and that'll clear the bases. Now we're back to Russell. Oops. I believe the count's 2-1. It's a ground ball right back to Cam. Oh, actually a little pop liner back to Cam. Nice snag. That's 2 down. Cam has been the star of defense so far in this one. Or this inning anyway. So 2 down. That brings in Josh. There's a line shot in the center field. That's getting down for a hit. And Josh is on with a 2-out single. That brings in Eli. Case on deck. And trying to see if anybody's running for Josh as he's the catcher. Nope, Josh is running for himself. Here we go. There's a line shot in the right center field. That's getting down. That's going all the way to the fence. Josh is rounding second. They're sending him home. Here's the throw. It's off target. And Josh scores. And the Canes lead it 1-0 with an RBI single by Eli. So I had that. It was really actually ended up being closer to home than you thought because of there's a ball outside to Case. So it was a lot closer than you think because of the throw. Actually, if Colton would have caught that, had a chance at tagging him, but it was off target and he couldn't get a hold of it. It was a ground ball foul. It's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. 1 run across so far for the Canes. Eli at second base. Called strike. And now it's 1-2. So 1-2 count to Case. 2 outs. Again, Eli at second. And the pitch. It's a ball high. He just count at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Bottom of the first inning. Canes have scored 1, and they lead it 1-0 so far. And the pitch by Cam. Pop fly on the infield. Third out again. Cam. And that ends the inning. However, the Canes get 1 on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left at the end of 1 inning. Canes lead it 1-0. Coming up for the Tropics in the the top of the second is Colton, Bentley, and Chase. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. I'll get it right eventually. We'll be right back. All right, folks, here we go. We're back. Live action right here of the 12U bracket play, Tropics and Canes. Colton stepping in, Bentley on deck. And here's the pitch from Case. Ball up. And it's 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. Ball 2. So 2-0 count. And that's ball 3. So much like the first inning, Case is falling behind. There's a ball 4. So a leadoff walk issued to Colton. And first pitch is a ball. That's 5 in a row from Case. Ball in the dirt. That's 2-0. And that is 3-0. So 7 straight balls from Case. That's ball 4. So back-to-back walks issued. That brings in Chase. Coach is going out to talk to his pitcher. Try to settle him down. After 2 back-to-back walks issued. To lead things off here in the top of the 2nd inning. All right, Chase steps in. Bentley's on first, Colton on second. Called strike. And looks like that was a good time and to go chat with his pitcher to settle him down a bit. Called strike 2. 2 in a row. Nice job by Case to come back to get a 0-2 count on Chase. It's ground ball foul, and then we'll do 0-2 again. Nobody out. Runners at first and second for the Tropics. Ground ball foul again. So after the discussion with his coach, Case has gone from all balls to all strikes. There's ball 1. So 1-2 count. Nice job by Josh back there to get a hold of that one. That prevented Colton from moving to third. Pop fly on the infield just to barely in foul territory. And first baseman could not come up with it. And we'll do 1-2 again. Also, folks, check us out on our other social media sites. TikTok. There's a line ground ball back to second. Over to second, get the lead runner. And that is 1 away. That brings in Justin Hampton on deck. 1 out. Top of second. Tropics are threatening. There goes the runner. And Chase easily gets down to second base. So that puts runners on second and third for the Tropics. Ball 1 to Justin. And the 1-0 pitch. Called strike. And it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on. Canes lead at 1-0. They put up 1 on the bottom of the first. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Colton at third, Chase at second, and the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that is 2 outs. That brings in Hampton. And on deck will be Barrett. And the pitch.
There it is.
Called strike. And it's a 0-1 count now. And the 0-1 pitch. Ball gets away from Josh. Here comes Colton. And this game's tied, folks. 1-1. So it's a 1-1 count to Hampton. And with that wild pitch, things are knotted up at 1. And in the top of the second inning with Chase at third now. So Josh has got to be careful back there. Called strike, and that's 1-2. So what a turnaround this inning for Case. And the 1-2 pitch. It's a line side to right field. Nice snag by the right fielder. And that is 3 outs. However, the Tropics get 1. No hits, no errors, and 1 left at the end of 1.5. It's a 1-1 game. Coming up for the Canes in the bottom of the second, it's going to be Nash, Bradley, and JC. This is Doc from the Tampa Bay USA Sports Network. We'll be back. All right, folks, we're underway. Called strike on Nash as he steps in. Second pitch by Cam, and that's a 1-1 count in this one so far. So followed by Nash is going to be Bradley, and JC will be the third batter of this inning. Ball low and makes it 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. We're just getting underway here in the bottom of the second inning. In a 1-1 game. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So it evens the count at 2. To Nash. And the 2-2 pitch from Cam. Ball 3. So epic battle here between Nash and Cam. Cam looks into Colton, gets his sign, and delivers the payoff pitch. Ground ball to short. Fielded cleanly. Over to first. Off target. And Nash is safely into first base. So we'll charge an error on the throw to the shortstop on that one. Was a great snag. Just couldn't get his bead on the base. So that brings in Bradley. JC comes out on deck. Cam checks on Nash. Nash is back. And the pitch. There goes Nash. Pitch off target. They didn't give Colton any chance of catching or getting a throw down off, rather. The ball came in up high and inside, and he had to stretch for it quick. Cam checks Nash at second. Again, Bradley at the plate. JC on deck. And the pitch. Called strike. There goes Nash to third. And he's in there. So 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Ball low, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, 1 on. Bottom of the second inning. And the pitch. And it makes it a full count again. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that is 1 out. That brings in JC. Connor on deck. There's a line shot just over the shortstop's head. That's going to score the go-ahead run. And on an RBI single by JC, the Canes lead it 2-1. That brings in Connor. Max on deck. Ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out. JC at first. Just knocked in the go-ahead run. Ball outside. Nice job by Colton to get to that one. Makes it a 2-0 count. And coach is going out to talk to his pitcher. Why he does that, again, I go on mute just because the music in between innings and breaks. So we're going to take just a quick break. This is Doc with the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back in just a moment. All right, we're back. Again, thanks for joining the broadcast here on the USSSA Sports Network. Whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and follow. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps our channel grow and helps us get advertisers and sponsors so we can enhance the experience for you, the fans. There's strike 1, so 2-1 count. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Connor's at the plate, Max on deck. And the pitch. Foul, out of play. It's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that is 2 outs. That brings in Max with Maddox on deck. JC at first. Cam looks in, gets a sign, checks the runner, goes home, ball outside. So 1-0 count to Max. Coming up next is going to be Impact Sports versus Florida Ice. Throw over, JC's back. That'll be your first semifinal game today. The winner of this one will punch their ticket to the second semifinal game against the Florida Mavericks. Ball up. That's 2-0. And then the championship game. So we got our next game is slated for a 10:45 start, I believe. Let me double check that. Yes, 10:45 start. That's 3-0 now. The second semifinal game is slated to start at 12:30, and then the championship is slated to start at around 2:15. And it's called strike, so Cam puts one across, and it's 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. And we'll bring all that coverage right here on the USSSA Sports Network. And that's ball 4. So that moves JC to second. 2-out walk issued by Cam. And that is actually his first walk that he's given up. That brings in Maddox. On deck is back to the top of the order with Carter. And the pitch. Call strike on the outside corner. And it's 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, 2 on. That gets away from Colton. That's going to move both runners up. And it's a 1-1 count on Maddox. And that hits him. That's going to load the bases. Yeah, Canes are home. All right, that loads the bases. That brings in Carter with 2 outs.
My next move will be that counts. But I'm not going to go into everything.
It's a ball up and outside, and it makes it 1-0.
Everything in life gives you a new respect for people who do it.
1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball back at the middle. That's going to get through for a hit. That's going to score 2. And they get to another third. And that's the 3rd out. But the Canes do get 2 across before that happens. And that will do it. As so that's 4-1. Now the Canes lead it. And this is Doc, the Tampa USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back in a minute. All right, so coming up here for the Tropics in the top of the third is going to be Barrett, followed by Carter, and then Logan. So that's back to the top of the order. It is a 4-1 game, as 2 runs crossed before that third out was captured. All right, so we're about to get underway here in a minute. We have a swarm of bees around the backstop here. So we're trying to keep them at bay while calling the game. So it's very interesting, to say the least. So if I seem a little distracted, it's because I got bees in my face. So. All right. So looks we had a catching change actually. One second, folks. Let me get that name for you. All right, so that's Eli behind the plate. Josh is not back there anymore. Case is still on the mound though for the Canes. Here's the first pitch to Barrett, called strike. And it's 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike. Just getting underway here in the top of the third inning. And our first game of the day of 12U bracket play. Called strike 2 on the outside corner. And it's 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Ball 1. And the pitch. Call strike 3. And that is 1 away. That brings in Carter. Logan on deck.
Now batting, number 9, Carter Vader.
And the pitch. Call strike on the outside corner. So this inning, Case is staying ahead of the batters. What a great job. Pop foul out of play. And it's 0-2 now. So no balls, 2 strikes to Carter. Again on deck is Logan. Pop foul down the line. Third baseman giving it a chase. And the 0-2 pitch. Ball just barely off the plate there. That's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. And 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that is 2 outs. That brings in Logan. On deck is Isaiah.
They say I'm showing up. They say I should be ashamed. I don't do it for the clout.
And first pitch. Ground ball back to shortstop. Filled it cleanly. Over to first. And they get him. So 1-2-3 inning for Case. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left at the end of 2.5. It's the Tropics 1, Canes 4. Coming up for the Canes is going to be Russell, Josh, and Eli. This is USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back. All right, folks, we're back as Russell steps in, takes strike one, and it's an 0-1 count. So no balls, one strike. There's a ground ball or pop fly foul down the line. And that makes it 0-2 now to Russell.
I think it was a throwing error. I think it was a throwing error.
So no balls, two strikes. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Pop fly, that's left center field. That's going to get down for a hit just over the shortstop's head. And Russell's on with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the third. That'll bring in Josh. On deck is Eli. So throw over to first.
Tell him to don't worry about it, Nikki. Tell him to just play the game.
Cam checks Russell. There goes Russell. Ground ball right back to Cam. Cam doesn't have a play at second. Goes to first. Here's the throw to third. And Russell safe into third base. So one down. Now to bring in Eli. Eli singled in an RBI, the first RBI or the first run for the Canes back in the first inning. So Russell's at third. There's one down. Canes threatening another run here in the bottom of the third. And the pitch. Off the end of the bat, foul. And it's 0-1. So it is Cam still on the mound, as I stated earlier, with Colton still behind the plate. There's a pop fly, shallow left center. That's just over the shortstop's head. That's going to score a run. And Eli, 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs now. And the Canes lead it 5-1. So that's going to bring in Case. On deck is Nash. Cam checks Eli at first. He's back in time. Eli gets his lead. And there he goes. Called strike taken. And Eli is safely into second base. So an 0-1 count to Case. Eli stands down at second, one down. Nash on deck. And the pitch. It's 1-1. That gets away from Colton. That allows Eli to go to third, and he's safe. So runner at third. Throw over to first, or excuse me, over to third by Cam. Eli's back safely. Cam gets a sign and delivers the pitch to Case. Ball in the dirt. Nice stop by Colton. If that got away, it could have spelled another run for the Canes. So 2-1 count now to Case. It's a ball low. 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. It's a ground ball back to shortstop, fielded over to first. They get him, but run scores and catcher's down.
You all right, Cole?
So Eli scores.
Hey, you all right, Cole?
So 2 down now. That'll bring in Nash. Canes lead at 6-1. And we'll see what happened with Colton. All right, so Colton's okay, it seems. So we're going to let Colton make a couple throws. So make sure his arm's okay. And he's all right. All right, great news. And the game continues with Colton behind the plate. That brings in Nash. Bradley on deck.
Hey, I see you, Coltina. Good job, bud.
And it's a 6-1 lead by the Canes. Nobody on. Swing and a miss. Strike one. And the 0-1 pitch. Ball outside gets away from Colton. That's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. 6-1 lead by the Canes at the moment. We are in the bottom of the 3rd. It's a ground ball back up the middle, fielded by second baseman over to first. That gets away, and Nash is going to go at least into second base, and that's where he'll hold. So we'll charge an error to the second baseman on that one. And that'll put a runner on second for the Canes with 2 outs. That brings in Bradley. JC on deck. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Nash gets his lead at second. Cam checks him. Goes to second base. And he's in there. It's a close play at second. It's a 0-1 count to Bradley. And the pitch. There goes Nash. Swing and a miss. Throw down to third. And they get him. So what a comeback by Colton after the injury to get throw the run around at third. And that ends the inning. So 2 runs on 2 hits. And no error. Excuse me, 1 error. And nobody left. At the end of 3, it's the Canes 6. Tropics 1. Coming up for the Tropics is going to be Isaiah, Cam, and Colton. This is Doc and USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back. Okay, we're back. So we do have a pitching change. Russell's going in to take over pitching duties for Case. Case moves over to first base. Again, coming up for the Tropics in the batter's box here in just a moment is going to be Isaiah. Cam is on deck. We're top of the fourth inning. And here's the first pitch from Russell. Called strike in the outside corner, and the top of the fourth is underway. Whoops. 6. And I believe it's an 0-2 count. And we're going to call it 2-1 because I'm not sure if that second one's a strike or not. So 2 balls, 1 strike, as I have it right now. And it's 2-2. So that's what it would be. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pop foul. First baseman Case coming over. Just out of his reach. Foul ball out of play. We'll do 2-2 again. So grab ball to short, fielded cleanly over to first. And Case couldn't come up with it. And Isaiah's on. So Isaiah's on. That brings in Cam. So we'll charge an error to the shortstop on that one. So Russell checks the runner at first.
Be ready to move him, back it up, bud.
Which is Isaiah. Nobody out. Just getting underway here in the top of the fourth. Ball in the dirt. And it is 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody out. Isaiah at first. Cam in the batter's box. Colton on deck. And it's 2-0.
Hey, walk in, buddy. Trust the defense.
And the 2-0. Ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes to Cam. Called strike. And now it's 3-1. So it looks like Josh at short. There's a ground ball to third. Fielded cleanly. Over to first. And everybody's safe as Isaiah is able to move to third on the throw. Puts runners on the corners. So that puts Cam on.
Let's go, Colton. Get
No outs. That brings in Colton. So Tropics may have something cooking here in the 4th inning. So that is Logan going, which he's the last batted out. So he's going out there to run for the pitcher, Cam. And if I had to guess, he's probably going to go on this pitch. And he does not. Ball up. So 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody out. There he goes. Ball in the dirt. Nice block by Eli. Keeps Isaiah at third. It's 2-0 now with runners at second and third. Nobody out. Bentley on deck. And the pitch. Ball 3. Now Russell does have an open base where he can put Colton, which will... Called strike. And it's 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Strike 2. Nice job by Russell coming back and working it back to a full count. To Colton. So Russell gets a sign, delivers the payoff pitch. Call strike 3. And that is 1 away. So that'll bring in Bentley. Chase on deck with 1 down. Runners at second and third. That is Isaiah at second. Third. Cam at second. There's a line shot. Shortstop bounces off the ground, and that's going to score a run because it took a weird hop. So we're going to just give an infield single to Bentley. That scores Isaiah, and runners on first and second. That makes the lead, cuts the lead 6-2. It brings in Chase. Justin on deck. Russell checks Cam at second. Or excuse me, not Cam, Logan. Logan is pinch running for Cam. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2. Ball 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that is 2 outs.
What inning is it?
4th. So that'll bring in Justin. Hampton on deck. Runners remain at first and second. There's a ground ball up the middle. That gets through for a base hit. And here comes the 3rd run of the inning for the Tropics. Scorpion coming in there. So Logan's safe, and it's an RBI single for Justin. So still 2 outs. That brings in Hampton. Ball up and in. 1-0 count. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
One more.
So that's Bentley at second, Justin at first.
One more.
2 runs have crossed this inning to make it a 6-3 game. Pop fly on the infield. That's going to be foul. And we'll do 1 and 2 again. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 3, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, and 2 left at the end of 3.5. It is a 6-3 game in favor of the Canes. Coming up for in the bottom of the 4th for the Canes, it's going to be Bradley, JC, and Connor. This is Doc, the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back. All right, we're back. Cam's still on the mound. Colt behind the plate. Bradley steps in. That goes off of the leg of the umpire, I believe. And it's ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. Just getting underway in the bottom of the 4th. Canes lead it by 3. There's about 17 minutes left on the timer, as the umpire indicated in between innings to the coaches. Ball 2. So 2-0 to the batter, Bradley. JC on deck. And Connor will be the 3rd batter this inning. That's ball 3. So 3-0 count to Bradley. Oh, maybe it's Brady. Maybe, okay. Fouled off. That's 3-1. All right, sorry about that. I had to get a name clarification. It's foul ball. And it's a full count now to Brady. So his name's Brady, not Bradley. That's what I've been calling the whole game. A little trouble reading handwriting, but we're good now. So got clarification. And the pitch. Knocked the camera down. So we're going to come back in a moment. Wow.
Hey, way to be tough, Brady. Let's go, kid.
It's a fly ball in the right field. That ball's going back to and over the fence on a ground rule double by Brady. And a second, I will show you the video. Sorry about that. That ball come right back and hit our camera. And so we'll correct that in a moment. Let's get the camera mounted back. That brings in JC. Ground ball down to third. JC is safe. That moves Brady over to all right, so looks like we're good there. Just one more minute, folks. So ground ball back to second. Get the lead runner JC over to first. Not in time, but that does score another run, which is Brady for the Canes. All right, so looks like we're back after that Titanic hit on the foul ball. So if you want to be close to the game, that's how you get close to the game. So let me fix this here. I believe that makes 2 outs. That's ball in the dirt to Max. Maddox on deck. Actually, no, it's 1 out. My bad. So 1 down. There goes Connor into second base. He's there safely. All right, so 1 down. Connor at second. 1 run in makes it 7-3. Max is at the plate with a called strike. I think it's a 0-1 count, but we'll see in a second. Ball high. And, it's a full count now. Sorry, I missed. Okay. We've got everything together now. Got our act together after the foul ball hit there. And that's ball 4. So runners at first and second. So a 1-out walk issued here in the bottom of the 4th. Call strike on the outside corner. Bump foul. That's going to be strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. At first base is Max. Second base is Connor. Maddox at the plate. Foul ball. And we're going to do 0-2 again. And the pitch by Cam. Called strike 3, and that is 2 down. That brings in Carter. Russell on deck. So back to the top of the order. Ball 1 to Carter. So quick timeout by the Canes. Talk to the runners and the batter. All right, so it's a 1-0 count so far to Carter. And the pitch. There's a fly ball in the left field. That's off the left fielder's glove. That's going to score. Here comes the throw. That's going to score one more. Connor scores, and that makes it an 8-3 ball game. So an RBI single by Carter. That brings in Russell with 2 outs. Called strike on the outside corner. So an 0-1 count. So Russell singled and scored his last time at bat back in the 3rd. Line shot to short. Nice snag by the shortstop. And that's 3 outs. But the Canes pick up 2 more. And at the end of 4, Canes lead it 8-3. Coming up for the Tropics in the top of the 5th is going to be Barrett. Then back to the top of the order with Carter and Logan. This is Doc, USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back. All right, we're back as Barrett steps in, swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 1. So an 0-1 count to Barrett. Actually, it's, one. Yeah, it is Barrett. Okay, 1-1. So make sure that somehow I got my lines crossed, but we're good. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So Russell is still on the mound. Eli behind the plate. It's a 1-2 count. Pop fly, center field. Center fielder's under it. Makes the catch. And that is one away. So one down.
Go, Carter James.
And the pitch. It's a line shot in the left center field. That's going to get down for a hit. And Carter's on with a one-out single here in the top of the fifth. That's going to bring in Logan. On deck is Isaiah. And the pitch. Called strike. Nice curveball that just dropped in there in the last second. And the pitch. Off the plate, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Tropics trail by 5 here in the top of the fifth. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And the pitch. Ground ball back to the Russell. It gets through. Second baseman picks it up. Can't get a hold of it. And now runners on first and second. For Carter and Logan. Still 1 out. That brings in Isaiah. On deck is Cam. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Gets down. That allows everybody to move up. So no balls, 1 strike. Tropics are threatening. There's a fly ball foul. Just out of the reach of the third baseman. Nice hustle. That's 0-2 now to Isaiah. Here's the 0-2 from Russell. Foul ball. And we'll do 0-2 again. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on. Tropics trail in this one 8-3. And the pitch. Ground ball to short. Fielded over to first. And that is 2 outs. However, run does score, makes it 8-4. All right, brings in Cam. Colton on deck. Here's the first pitch from Russell. Ball low. It's 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes. Ball up. And it's 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs. Again, thanks for joining us here on the USSSA Sports Network. Broadcast of the Publix Park Palooza. Line shot back to the pitcher, and that is going to end it. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and 1 left. And the final here is going to be Canes 8, Tropics 4. Well, thank you for joining us here on this broadcast. This is Doc, the USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back for the next game of Impact versus Florida Ice in just a little bit.